Hi dear students, today we are going to talk about genetic codons. As the term implies, something of a code is being depicted in a genetic information. Now all the genetic information has been present in the nucleus in the form of DNA, and within this DNA is being present some codons. And we know that every time protein synthesis is being carried out, DNA is converted into an mRNA, and this mRNA from the nucleus is transferred towards the cytoplasm, and it comes to interact with the ribosome where the protein synthesis is being carried out. So, all the information telling the ribosome which amino acid has to be incorporated into the particular protein is being found in the mRNA. And this three-letter sequence is found in the mRNA, which tells the ribosome which amino acid has to be incorporated, is referred to as a genetic codon. This is a seminar which is being conducted by Alishwa, and let's move on now.
Genetic code was first discovered by Marshall W. Nirenberg and others like Robert W. Hawley and Hargobind Khurana in early 1960s. And what is a genetic code? The genetic code is the set of rules used by living cells to translate information encoded with genetic material or into proteins. So genetic code means it is used by living cells to translate information encoded with genetic material, and that can be DNA or mRNA sequence of nucleotide triplets or codons. So the code defines how codons specify which amino acid will be added next during protein synthesis. So that means the code defines how codons specify which amino acid will be added since since the codons are specific. With some exceptions, a 3 nucleotide codon in a nucleic acid sequence specify a single amino acid. The vast majority of genes are encoded with a single scheme, and that scheme is often referred to as the canonical or standard genetic code, or simply the genetic code. So variant codes such as in human mitochondria. So here from 5' to 3', this is the coding strand, and from 3' to 5' it is the template strand. And we all know that transcription and translation, I think it was discussed earlier. So about untranslated regions, start codon, codons and anticodons we'll discuss later. So this is the genetic code. It consists 64 genetic codes. So what is a code? The code word or codons are 3 letters long, thus one small word conveys a significant amount of information. So we can understand that the code word, that means it is something which contains a 3-letter and that conveys a significant amount of information, and each codon is recognized by an anticodon present on a tRNA molecule. That means each codon is recognized by an anticodon, okay, and that anticodon is present on tRNA molecule. Another feature is that the code has punctuation, okay, that means one codon AUG is almost always the first codon in the protein coding portion of mRNA molecule. That means AUG is the first codon in protein coding portion of mRNA molecule, and this is called the start codon because it serves as the start site for translation by coding for initiator factor, tRNA. So AUG is the first codon in protein coding portion of mRNA molecule, and it is known as the start codon because it serves as the start site for translation by coding for the initiator tRNA. And the three other codons, next three codons, that means UGA, UAG and UAA, these are involved in termination of translation and are called stop or nonsense codons, and these codons do not encode an amino acid and thereby do not have a tRNA bearing their anticodon. So that means it is involved in termination of translation, and this is known as stop or nonsense codons. And these codons will not code an amino acid, and therefore it do not have RNA bearing their anticodon. There is no anticodon for it. Thus, only 61 of the 64 codons in the code, the sense codons, direct amino acid incorporation into proteins. Finally, genetic code exhibits code degeneracy, that is, there are up to 6 different codons for the given amino acid. While the genetic code is what determines a protein's amino acid sequence, other genomic regions determine when and where these proteins are produced according to various gene regulatory codes. So now we are going to discuss about the genetic code specificity. I said earlier that genetic code is specific. This means a specific codon always codes for the same amino acid. Example, UUU codes for phenylalanine. It cannot code for any other amino acid. And what are the features of genetic codes? So the features are universal, reductant and overlapping. So first one is universality or universal. In all living organisms, genetic code is the same. That means whether it is a small or a higher animal, any other living organism, the genetic code is the same, and the genetic code is highly similar among all organisms and can be expressed in the same, simple table with 64 entries. The exception to universality is found in mitochondrial codons, where AUA codes for methionine and UGA for tryptophan, instead of isoleucine and termination codon respectively of cytoplasmic protein synthesizing machinery. AGA and AGG code by arginine in cytoplasm, but in mitochondria they are termination codons, and these are the exception to universality. In mitochondrial codons, AUA and UAG, and that is for methionine and tryptophan instead of isoleucine and termination codon, and AGA and AGG by arginine in cytoplasm. Okay. And next feature is reductant. Genetic code reductant, also known as degenerate. Although each codon corresponds to a single amino acid, but a single amino acid can have multiple codons, except, it's an error, okay, except tryptophan and methionine amino acid have multiple codons. Here, each codon corresponds to a single amino acid, that is clear, but a single amino acid can have multiple codons, and that is except for tryptophan and methionine. These are exceptions. So that's it. Okay, for example, although GA and GAG both specify glutamic acid, neither specify another amino acid. The codons encoding one amino acid may differ in any of their 3 proteins by equivalent substitution of amino acid. Another example, the amino acid leucine is specified by YUR or CUN codons. Acid serine is specified by UCN or AGY codons. A practical consequence of redundancy is that errors in the third position of the triplet codon cause only a silent mutation or an error that would not affect the protein because the hydrophilicity or phobicity is maintained. Next is non-overlapping and non-punctuated. All codons are independent set of 3 bases and there is no overlapping. Codon is read from a fixed starting point as a continuous sequence of bases taken 3 at a time. So codon is read from fixed starting point. We said that as continuous sequence of bases. So the starting point is extremely important and that is known as reading frame. Example, the string 5-AAATGAACG3-. If read from the first position, it contains the codons AAA, TGA and ACG. If read from the second position, it contains the codons AAT and GAA. And if read from the third position, it contains the codons ATG and AAC and so on. So, every sequence can thus be read in its 5' to 3' direction in 3 reading frames, each producing a possibly distinct amino acid sequence. In the given example, this is the example. Okay. When DNA is double-stranded, 6 possible reading frames are defined, 3 in forward orientation on one strand and 3 reverse in the opposite strand. Protein coding frames are defined by start codon, usually the first AUG codon in the RNA sequence. So in the case when DNA is double-stranded, 6 possible reading frames are defined, 3 in forward orientation on one strand and 3 in reverse in opposite. So protein coding frames are defined by start codons.
Hope so the various features explained by Alishba was clear to you. We will summarize right now. So let's summarize what are the features of the codons. They usually consist of 3 letters and there are 64 codons, among which 61 of them are sense codons which code for amino acids and 3 of them are nonsense codons which do not code for any amino acid. And the codons are being found to be specific or unambiguous in nature. That is, a codon will code only for one particular amino acid and it is being found to be specific. And in the case of its universal nature, you can see that all the codons are being found to be similar in all types of organisms, and the codons are also being found to be degenerate or redundant. It means that a single codon can code for a single amino acid, but an amino acid can be coded by different codons. And these codons are being found to be non-overlapping. That is, shifting of these base sequences or the sharing of these codons for 2 different amino acids will not happen in the case of genetic codons. Then we do have some exemptions which we can have. Now we can see that in the mitochondrial codons. In the mitochondria also there are certain DNA and that would also code for the mRNA. And in this mitochondrial codons, the start codon is AUA rather than AUG, which has been found in the cytoplasmic codon. And AUA will code for methionine, as well as there's also one more start codon called UGA, which will code for tryptophan in the case of mitochondria. And you have the termination codons of mitochondria as AGA and AGG, which would otherwise code for arginine in the case of cytoplasm. But we know in the cytoplasm, the termination codons are UAA, UGA as well as UAG. So these are the features of the genetic codons. We'll be continuing with various other features as well as the wobbling phenomenon in the coming session. Thank you for now.